Now continuing to yesterday's code, when we saw how to get the reverse of array and how to reverse that array again, that means reverse of reverse, and then here I write a method which will help me print the array, in which I'll be passing this array and I'll be just printing this array. So I'll say something called as for each hmm, for each element integer from my array. Hope all of you clear with this point. I'll just say sysout over here and I'll say element. Guys, any of you joined for today for first time, don't worry. Just listen to what we are understanding, and then later you can refer to the earlier videos also we have uploaded, and then you can go and refer to them as well. Don't worry. So there's a simple code. In case you're not able to understand any syntax, you can just like over the chat, you can just ask. Okay. Okay, you can ask over the chat and then I'll help you answer the question. Okay, so let's go step by step. So here I'll be printing both the arrays as you see. Let me, if it is not visible enough, let me try to print both the arrays over here as you can see. Okay, now if you see both the times I'm calling this method called as reverse of array. Both the time I'm calling this method called as reverse of array. And the purpose of this array, as you know, was to reverse the array. That means if it is 12 to 52, make it 52 to 12, right? That means the whole array will get reversed. The whole array will get reversed, right? Yes or no? Okay. So 52 in the place of 12, 1 in the place of 23, and so on. So I be calling this method for first time to get the reverse of array. Then again I call the method to reverse that array again. And let me print this array both the times. First time I'll print the reverse array. Okay. And second time I'll print the reverse of reverse. Okay. Good enough. Let me try to print this. So there's no other print in between. There's just only two prints which is happening. Okay. Is there somebody is saying okay, yeah, I'll explain. Yeah, I explain. Yeah, 1 second, I explain the code. Give me a second. Just have a look at this function method. Sorry, what I've written. One. Okay, one. Second is on this reverse of the array. Just pay attention on this line number 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm like 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, and this method. Just for a minute. Just pay attention over here. Just read what is there in this method. Yeah, hope you're clear with the method. Yeah. So as you can see, what am I trying to do over here is I'm getting the reverse array as you saw, and then reverse that array again, and I'm trying to print this array over here. So between the two prints, let me just put a simple sysout, which will give me a blank line in between. Okay. So let me try to run this. So as you can see, uh, the arrays, both the arrays over here, this starts with 51. Oh, 1 second. Somewhere in between, I put a sysout. Oh, this sysout is not required, as you can see. Let me comment this. Let me comment this. 1 second. Because I had to print this array only 2 times. Yeah, this is what I'm need of, as you can see. Okay, so we are good enough to understand. As you can see, 52 to 12 and then 12 to 52. Hope you're clear with this point. Hmm? Okay, good. Now, now, as you can see, if I try to compare zero position with this zero position, I'm like, this will never match. So I have to compare zero position with the last position over here, the first position with the second last over here, the second with the third last one. Hope you're clear. In this way, when I compare this array with the other array, then slowly I'll have to compare all the elements to see that my array is reversed and the reverse of reverse is working properly. Hope all of you clear with this, the understanding. So let me get on to the code. If there's any change, don't worry, we'll make it together in the code. Okay. So here's the code, what I can see. As you can see, there are two arrays which Shreyas has shared, num and num1. Okay. And then he has, okay, he has tried to assign the same value to both the arrays. Okay, that's not the problem, not a problem. So we'll try to reverse them. We'll try to reverse them. That's fine. And then there'll be comparison which will happen. So there are two counters, as you can see, which are going I equals to and j equals to counter, and then both the values are compared. Instead, what we do is we'll compare the first value with the last value and so on, as we did with the reverse part, that way. Good. Okay. So uh, we got the reference of this code, not a problem. We got the reference of this code, but this time uh, we have to compare. Uh, as you can see, I don't have to compare two arrays. I have to compare the one array with the reverse of the other array. Hope you clear. If I have to compare both the arrays, then it's fine. Then I'll just loop for. I'll show you how to compare two arrays as Shreyas has written. I'll just say for. Give me a second. I'll create a method saying this public void, and I'll return a boolean value for me to say true or false. True means both the arrays are same. False means they are not same for now. And the method says is compare arrays. Okay, good. And then in this I'll be passing two arrays, as you can see, my array 1, and then I'll pass the second array called as my array 2. Okay. Hmm? Okay, now I don't know whether both the arrays are pointing to the same memory location. I need not compare the memories. You can say the locations. I'll compare the values. So for that, I'll do something called as for. Okay, so I can do it in stages. I can do it in stages. The first stage would be quite simple. When I'll say if, be with me on this point. If my array dot length. Can I do this? Yes or no? The very first check. If both the lengths are same, then I'll proceed. Yes or no? If my array length is same, or you can say if it is not equals, then I can directly return saying, boss, both the arrays are not same. I can just return false for now. Later we'll play around with more conditions. Don't worry. Right? I can do this. So very first check I can do on this. Yes. And then second, if both the array lengths are same, then definitely it will not fall in the if. It will not return false. It will come down over here. Over here, then I can compare both the arrays. Okay. Now, how do I compare both the arrays? Now, considering, okay, we are considering it's not the reverse of array which I'm comparing. Be with me. I'm considering both the arrays would be sequentially same. would be sequentially same. So I'll say, considering I can take for, I can iterate across, I can say count equals to 0, count less than, I can take any array length, shouldn't be a problem. And I can just compare if, yes or no? I can just compare if my array with the position which is count of my array of 1, sorry, equals to, should be equals to my array, the count over here, as you can see, right? So both of them are equal, not a problem. I can continue. I can continue. Else I'll just say not equals to, rather, if anywhere both the values are not equals to, then I can just say return false over here. Hope you're clear with this point. For now, we are just returning true or false, nothing else, huh? Okay. So as you can see, this for loop gets over here, huh? Be with me. Can you see if I put a cursor over here, this gets highlighted. So if it does not get off this if both the lengths are same, if this does not get off this if all the values are equal, that means I am out of this for loop, so I can just return true over here. I can just return true over here. Hope you're clear. So when it returns true, that means all the values are equal. Good with me on this point? Yes. So say example, now instead of now printing both the arrays over here, hmm, let me just try to call the comparison by passing the original array and then the reverse of reverse. Yes or no? Original array and then the reverse of reverse. So over here, the method is compare arrays. As you can see, compare arrays. I'm passing the original array, as you can see, num, and then the reverse of reverse, as you can see. Good. And then in return, I'll get a boolean value, as you can see. Okay. I can say check arrays, and then I'll just print out. Okay. Good. I'll just print out the value for now. Check arrays. Later, I can even say if and else, if the check arrays is true, I can print both the arrays are same, else both the arrays are not same. I can put if and else as well. Let me try to run this now. True. Okay, good. So both the arrays are same. Any questions so far? Any questions on this? Comparing array with the reverse of reverse. Hope you're clear. When I reverse this array, and then again I reverse, the 12 value gets 12 again. 23 gets back to 23 position. Yes or no? Hope you're clear with this point. Okay. So here's the function, as you can see. Hope you're clear. So it would be like, 1 second. Good. So no questions so far. So it would be like something like, one second, huh? I'll just show you. As you understood, let's say this is my array, huh? Okay, this is my array, and then the original array I have this, right? This is my original array, and then when I reverse it, well, when we reverse it, it becomes totally opposite of it, as you know, right? It becomes opposite of it. I'm like, now you can see, I'll just flip, rotate by 180 degree, or you can say 360 degree I wanted. Yeah, something like this, right? And then again, if I reverse, it will come to the original array. It will be like 52, 1, 430, 32. I'll have these type of values, right? Hmm? Don't worry, the values don't put, unlike you'll think the values sit upside down in the array. No, I'm not talking about it. I'm just talking about the positions have got reversed, as you saw, right? So 12 came to this position, this one 52 to this position, and then again if I reverse, they come back to the original position, as you can see. So I can compare this to this, this to this to this, and so on. As you can see, all values become same. Hope you're clear. That is what we are trying to do. So this was my original array called as num, right? This was my reverse, and this was my reverse of reverse, right? So I had this. So my original array I had num, then I had to reverse, then I had to reverse of reverse. So I'm comparing my both the arrays, which is my original array with the reverse of reverse. Good guys. Thank you. Okay, great. So we are here now. So far, no questions, and I hope you've been enjoying with the logic, with the way we have been playing across around the functions. Okay. So now we get on to the very important topic, the next exercise. Okay, and that would be, I want to find duplicate numbers in an array. What is the exercise? I want to find duplicate numbers in the array. Huh? Okay. So I can even write that code with you, but I give you 2 minutes. Okay. I give you 2 minutes to think on this exercise while we may end up this meeting in 2 minutes, and we'll meet back maybe in next 2 minutes. So I want you to think on the logic and let me know what should be the logic. The question is quite simple. I may have two duplicate numbers in an array. When I say two duplicate numbers, that means, let's say, consider I have this array, as you see. This is my array. Okay. So I may have 23, I may have one more place over here, example. So this is one time I may have duplicate. So I'll have to find this first duplicate. Like 23. Is there any duplicate number in that array? Yes, I'll have to say. And then what are the positions for these duplicate numbers? Like example, as you can see, the positions are 1 and 6 over here, or 1 and 7 over here, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 1 and 7 over here. Good. So we have around 2 minutes to think on the logic. And while this meeting, we may end up this meeting in 2 minutes. Once we are back, we'll start with the coding for this program. I want you to think on this logic. So together we'll write a program on it as well. Any questions you have for me? Hope you're clear with the problem statement, all of you. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. So let's meet in 2 minutes. Okay.